Hey everybody, it's Christine up with another layout using the new sketch for the month of July, and I am also using the DoubleShot kit from the ScrapRoom. Here's what the sketch looks like. You can grab it over on Instagram and Facebook from me if you want to play along with it. It is a sketch that I created, and this is my third episode with this sketch. So this is a photo play collection, and it is very, very bold and bright, as you can see. It's got black in there, it's got white in there, and then it's got all kinds of just bright, vibrant colors. So one of my goals today is to tame that color so that it's a little more, palatable? little less overwhelming to the eye. So I've cut down this paper down into the 3 strips that are called for in the sketch, and I'm adding those onto a white base. Then I'm going to trim down my white base and add that to the black and white dotted paper to just create a border edge that is simple but also bold so that the white doesn't totally get washed out with all the color going on. So I'm just taking about 1 inch off, and then I'm going to add that straight onto this black and white paper, which you can see has a very tiny pattern. So it's not terribly overwhelming to the eye, and just adds, like I said, a nice pop of black there on the back. Now, as I look at these strips, I'm going to trim them down just a little bit more so that I have a even margin all the way around my layout, meaning that I want the same distance both on the vertical sides and the horizontal sides as much as possible. I am going to use 3 pictures today. I thought originally I might use 4, but I'm going to just end up using 3. So I'm going to pick my favorite of the 3 to be the top left one, and then I will put the bottom ones down there. Now, the top one I did matte with that lime green color. Chartreuse, is that the right name for it? I think that's the right name for it. Very bright, very bold, striped paper. Using that as a matte for my photo. Vellum is something that I always have in my stash because it is perfect when you want a calming accent, whether it's using it for punching things out and using them as embellishments, or just using it as an overlay over a bright patterned paper like this one. So I just simply cut out a square and put that where my pictures are going to go and just laid it out nice and simple, and you can see it really helps to tame the colors significantly. And to secure it, there's some clear adhesive, but in this case I just put my adhesive behind where the pictures are. So I placed my pictures onto the vellum and then secured it. Now, next thing, I'm going to build my title. There wasn't a great title for this layout within the kit because I ended up, these are birthday pictures of my son, and really I went with these pictures specifically because of the color of his shirt. So I am going to use some letters from Simple Stories. These are just some foam letter stickers in black, and I'm going to put Happy 10 because he turned 10 on this day. And I'm going to play with that, moving it around, figuring out how it will work best in my design. Now, because I've got this really bold background, I want to keep my embellishing pretty simple. So I'm going to do a lot of circles for my embellishing. The kit comes with a sheet that you can cut out a bunch of elements from, as well as some ephemera, and so I will use a mixture of circles from both of those. The one that you see me placing right now, those are kind of wonky shaped ones, and I did cut those out. And I'm actually going to just use some plain white ones too that I cut out with a metal die cut. Again, just to tame some of the color without like hiding it, because I love color. I love big, bold layouts. So I'm not trying to hide it, but you don't want it to be just like, whoa, as soon as you look at it. And so that's kind of my goal with this. This collection really has kind of a friendly, upbeat theme to it, so you could definitely make it work for a variety of topics, as obviously I made it work for a birthday and just had to stretch a little bit, not too much, to make that happen. So here's my white circles. These are about 2.5 inch wide circles, and I'm going to use those to really anchor my layout in a few spots, and I'm even going to end up curving my title around that one that I'm going to put on right now. I'm going to just move 10 so that it curves around it, creating a little bit more interest with the title. The DoubleShot kit is a 2-page kit available from the ScrapRoom, and it comes with 2 different sets that you can design with. The other one this month is from Cartabella, and you'll see me designing with that one later on this month. You also can get the Flavors of the Month kit, which includes 4-page kits. You can get add-ons like patterned paper, cardstock, embellishment kit, all brand new products, hot off the press from different scrapbooking companies. And she does a great job of curating a really unique collection for us each month. So definitely check her out. I will link you to her down below. And if you do decide to jump in, make sure you let her know that I sent you. Always good to know where people are coming from. So you can see how I have worked my title now around that circle, and just continuing to build things up with circles that I have available. Like I'm going to cut that honeybee one that you see up above my layout right now. I'm going to cut that and use it, and I'm just tucking various pieces in that way. I think my favorite thing about this sketch this month is that it is a multi-photo sketch and works really nicely for that. And so I'm not really having to stretch myself to use multiple photos at all. At least I'm getting 2 on, if not 3 or more. In fact, I did one last night that, oh man, I think I got 8, 12, 11, something like that in there, a whole bunch of them. I did one of my monthly layouts, so that'll be coming later on this week. So definitely good for that, for stretching that out a little bit. My final step is going to be just to add in some black Nuvo drops, again playing up that circle look, and I'm just going to splatter those throughout around my cluster, and that is it. So very simple, straightforward layout, but I hope I've given you some food for thought on softening some bright colors when you need to, and we will see you again later in the week with some more layouts based on this sketch.